Welcome back. Welcome back. It is a fun Friday. This is Open Your Eyes, and we're moving now into our first segment for the morning. Are you ready for this? All right, Belize. Yeah, are you ready? Belize, let's get ready. First of all, we've got to say, kudos to our brothers and sisters out in the West for providing us with this expo. This is actually about the Spanish Lookout Industrial Expo, Industrial and Commercial Expo, and that's happening actually today and tomorrow. Now, in to tell us all about it, we've got Norman Dweck, who is a member of the Business Chamber of Spanish Lookout, and Raymond Bachman, who is the CEO of Quality Poultry Products. This is for we chicken.
Yes. Good morning, gentlemen.
Good morning, gentlemen.
Good morning. Good morning, John and April.
All right. We name too, right?
They done declaim John. Then done declaim John as neighbor. So that means we have to go to Expo.
Once again,
he may say that this stuff for we chicken so good now. He does it.
Yeah, man. When I get this Saturday, I want a leg. Just to make you know. Well, anyways, it's always nice to have you guys. And this is one of the Expo's most anticipated expo, simply because of all the industrial things that happens in Spanish Lookout. So let's jump to the member, Mr. Norman. Let's talk to us about this expo. This is what how much running of it?
Good morning, John and April. Yes, this is the 7th biannual, so we do it every other year.
Okay.
This is now the 7th one. We started in 2010. And so, so this, I heard you on your last segment, and I'm saying, hey, it works well with what you were discussing before. We have a lot of products and services in Belize that lots of people might not be aware of. So it's a good time to come to the expo and see what Belize has to offer.
And you're totally right, because when people venture off, and I'm speaking for myself here, when I venture off the Spanish Lookout, I'm always wowed by something that you guys would have there, whether it's by making steel or whether it's whether it's looking at a farm load of Holstein cattle that provides milk. You don't see these things, and this is a perfect opportunity to see it. So it's biannual. It's the 7th running of it. What should people expect when they go there today and tomorrow?
John, they should expect to see stuff from made from Corozal to PG, from San Pedro to Benki, and just reminding all of Belize that this is not just a Spanish Lookout Expo. This is really an industrial commercial expo. We have exhibitors from all over Belize, and so you will see everything from banking and educational, from the hardware to chicken, from you will see the length and breadth of everything commercial and industrial right here.
Norman, how did we get to this point of having the big idea to actually do a commercial and industrial expo? What kickstarted this one, or the expo on a whole?
And I think it was 2008, 2009, somewhere in that period, we felt that there was not a expo that truly was commercial and industrial. Belize City is very, very space limited, and so it's very difficult to pull something like that off here. And we had the excellent countryside park, lots of space, over 100-acre park here. And so we figured we would start in 2010, and we had I don't know, a quarter enough space. People signed up right away. We had visitors, so many visitors the first year that we were totally overwhelmed with the food and stuff. So then from there, we knew that there was an appetite for this type of stuff, and it has just grown from strength to strength since then.
Can you tell us a little bit about who we should be expecting to see? I personally know that the University of Belize is going to be having a booth there, and you talked about education. So it's not just simply food and small businesses or things to buy, but there's actually room for education and information. So can you give us a little bit of a scoop as to who's going to be there and what people should expect?
Well, we will have the usual big players here, like Smart and BTL, Quality Poultry, Westtrack. We have, but in addition to those, we have the National Bank is going to be here. Social Security is here. The Ministry of Health is here. We have like Boris Mansfield, real estate people. We have people like Feisty Flowers. We have different floral arrangements. We have small businesses that are into arts and crafts. We have services like machining and stuff like that. So we really have.
I'm looking at this list. I'm looking at this list, and how many people, how many entities are going to be at this expo in total?
We have over 120 businesses exhibiting, and then we have another about 35 food supplier, food vendors, or food people that are providing us with food.
All right. Speaking of food, then again, we've got the CEO of Quality Poultry Products Limited in with us. That's Raymond Barkman. Ray, talk to me, neighbor. How you guys are on board? You guys are on board with this? Talk to us about it in terms of why is it so inclined for you to jump on board?
Well, this just caters to everything we're about. Remember that the chamber is about family. That's what I remember when they started off. One of the ideas was to make it a clean family environment, and that's something we at Quality Poultry always try to push. We focus on family, and this we felt is a very excellent place for a family to come out and enjoy with all your kids, and even if you don't have kids, whatever. It's just a fun place to come to. So that it was actually an easy option to consider this.
Mm-hmm. So I always admired the Spanish Local Expo in a sense of how I'm still very shocked that 2 days and over 100 entities are going to be there. That doesn't seem like sufficient time to browse the entire place. But let me ask you guys something, and I guess any one of you can answer. What makes this expo different from the Belize Agriculture and Trade Show?
Yeah.
A couple of big differences, April. One is that we are a very family-friendly place, no alcohol, and so if you come to this place and you want to do business, you won't have loud music blaring into your ears, and you won't have drunk. All those elements that come with this. So it's like Raymond mentioned, it's a very family-friendly event. We have lots of stuff for the kids to do: buggy rides, horseback rides, other small kiddie rides, bouncy houses, all that type of stuff that will make your kids happy, and you guys can come and enjoy the food and see what Belize has to exhibit.
Yeah.
Let's talk about the weather now. What's the weather like over there, and what should folks expect? It's a cold front that's passing by. Now, if I'm supposed to go there today, what am I supposed to wear?
Your jacket will be just fine, John. Your jacket will be just fine. It depends what your propensity is, but it is chilly this morning. It's in the mid 70s right now. The weather is forecasted to be about 82, 84 during the day, and so it's going to be a beautiful, nice day with the people that will bring the temperature up. We'll be at a very nice place today.
So if I had ventured off there last 2 years when the last expo, what can I expect this year that would be different?
What will be different? There's a couple of things that will be different. One thing is we have hand sanitizers in place. We're trying to space out the food and stuff a little bit more so that we have a little bit that we, in other words, we recognize that the pandemic might not be totally over yet. And so you'll see some of those things in place.
Mm.
Do you, based on the past seven expos that you, this is what it'd be said, based on the past 6 expos that you all have been hosting, do you get any kind of feedback from the businesses that come and they sell out, or they I guess expose themselves there? Do you get any feedback from them and how business is going for them after that expo? Maybe they're reintroduced to a different population of people in Belize and so forth. How do the people that sign up with you feel after the past 2 days?
Well, I think that it's quite different. Maybe Raymond should speak to this. Raymond, why wouldn't you tell them how you feel after an expo?
Great. Actually, no.
That's not
there's-
fair.
No, look, and I feel that there's a bit more excitement on this specific one. What I felt with the setup and everything this year, because we've been through the pandemic and stuff, I felt excitement, joy. The people were just happy to set up. Like there was a little bit more of a happier vibe than any other expo, actually, in my opinion. Just quickly, but with that aside. This expo is just, you get to advertise, and from the other guys that are there, I hear everyone wants to come back. If it's just for the experience, you see, with expos, you can never really put a dollar value on it if what it benefited you, but you just kind of live in ignorance and believe it was a big help to you somehow, right? So and it just, and I think it is. I mean, I don't even believe that isn't true, but it's very hard to see the success after of what you did or didn't do, but you just believe it was a good thing.
Yeah, you're totally right. I think the expo is actually to give people an idea of what's here. So you visit there, you see new things, and this is exactly what I needed. And then you go back and you venture off there to get what you need. But Ray, let's talk about some of the deals that you'll be finding there.
All right. Well, I can speak for Quality Poultry, and I do know, and I'm gonna support Norman here. I know that there's a lot of companies giving away a lot of stuff, but I know we are gonna give away a lot of stuff. We have a spin the wheel, where I know that I think you can win on every spin. Like we don't have a sorry, right? Like most of the spin wheels have at least a few sorries in there, right? So if you come and spin the wheel, you will win something. And of course, we have the $300 selfie competition. We have a huge chicken at the expo. So if you come and see there, like a blow up chicken.
Yeah.
And so we give a chance to win $300, $200 and $100 for first, second, and third place if you post your picture on our Facebook page. And actually, before I go into all the details that we give away, because I'll probably forget all that we're giving away, but I know we're giving away a lot of food from Chicken Express. I know we're giving away a lot of promotional items. I know we're giving away a lot of poultry products, like in coupon form, not physically, right? So you would have to exchange them at the branch, but so forth. But if I'm missing anything, I think the details are on our Facebook page. I'll probably forget if I start naming them off the top of my head. But we are also trying to make it bigger and better than ever, and so that's a little glance at it.
I'm just curious to know how you're going to fit over 100 little businesses in that area.
Yeah.
How big is this space, and how are you spacing everybody
you did mention, 100 acres, 100 acre park, right? The countryside park.
Yes, April. You have no problem fitting 100 and some exhibitors. We have over 100-acre park here. If you look at the picture, that you can only see half the park, but that's what actually we're using there. If you look at the picture, and so we have a lot of space, and that's the beauty of the rolling hills of Cayo. You can come and we can be spaced out. This is built for COVID, right?
Oh, definitely.
I know you're to say it for John.
Which reminds me that this expo, while trying to set it up and trying to get it rolled out, didn't come without controversy. We did hear that there must be, and you must abide by the protocols and whatnot. How did you guys manage to leverage this one out while there were controversy leading up to it?
Well, we had what we felt is that the government was more than excited to have businesses starting to open up. In January, it was still a little difficult when we were starting the conversation, or that's when we actually got the approval. And so the restrictions were quite a lot more strict than when it was now. But even in January, the government actually was very supportive of us having this expo, of course, with some restrictions. So yeah, we met with a team of doctors from the Ministry of Health, and when they saw the park, when they saw how spread out we were, they said, "Hey, you know what? This is something that can actually work quite well."
I mean, it works in your favor a little bit as well, since it's outside. It's not a building, yes. So there's no need for the mask mandate and so forth. Are you monitoring vaccination cards?
You guys with us?
Hello? Oh,
We are having a little bit of a technical difficulty,
yeah.
All right.
April and John,
Okay.
but no, we are not planning to monitor vaccination status.
Okay.
No,
Okay.
this is a spread out event, and we have we have a healthy police presence
Okay.
with us both
Okay.
today and tomorrow. But we are not planning to monitor vaccination status.
And with respect to traffic, because this is one of the biggest things when it comes to any expo, there is always the blockade of traffic, and then that might hinder folks from saying, you know what, man, the last time I got there, I encountered this problem, I encountered that problem.
Yeah.
What would you say would be some of those problems, and how have you streamlined it so things could be better?
Well, we have planned the traffic element out of it. We're trying to. That is one of our strengths. We usually are quite good with organizing those elements, and so we will have the traffic. There will be some level of traffic on Saturday morning, but the rest of the times you should be quite okay.
All right.
What time do you start? What time do you close?
And how much to enter if you're
Yes.
supposed to pay? Yeah.
Good point. And let me quickly add this in. Raymond talked about the excitement. Just to gauge the excitement, we had so many exhibitors that we had to turn down because probably 160, 170 wanted to attend, and we just didn't. We couldn't put more in this time, and so I think there's lots of excitement. And yes, the expo starts 9 o'clock in the morning and runs to 5 o'clock, both today and tomorrow. And the beauty of this expo is that you have free parking and free entrance. So every penny you spend is on something that you'll have fun with. So zero risk. Come out and enjoy the expo.
Just
All roads
support the
lead to Santa Fe Out.
businesses.
All right.
And what I wanted to mention as far as monitoring anything, remember the park is all open. There's no gate because there's no fee, there's no charge. So people can come from wherever across the 100 acres. We don't care where you come in because there's no barriers, no gates, no checking. So this is why it would be almost difficult to implement any checking of any sort. So it's all open and free.
All right.
Wow.
Sound like we type of price.
It sounds like we type of price for Drew.
No, man, I got one more question for you.
Plus, you want to get the free stuff.
Of course.
Oh yes, lots of giveaways.
Of course. Until we free we to come, no worry about nothing. Now, man, I got one more question for you.
Yes, John.
Now, man, I want to know what part of the chicken you like.
Which part of the chicken?
Yeah.
Why we have Raymond on here, so I have to say the wing. I like the wing best.
All right. You like the wing. And then Ray, which part of the chicken you like?
When I go to a restaurant, they ask me what part of chicken. I say, I ordered chicken. I will take chicken. I don't care which part. If I say I want chicken,
He can't say our favorite part.
Everything tastes like chicken.
Yeah, I tell you what, make sure you go on 2 foot for me and April, I'm going to play foot see.
Correct.
Only you eat chicken food.
My brother, thank you so very much for joining us. Now we know it's going to be a big one. Over 100 businesses will be taking part. The park is over 100 acres and it's free to enter. So Norman and Raymond, thank you for joining us this morning.
Hey, can I quickly jump in, John? What is your favorite one? Leg or breast? Or
Me? I eat
said
any part of the chicken, bro.
All right.
He just let us say leg before on the ass.
I eat, no, I was just kidding, but I tell you what, any part of that chicken, that's for we chicken, so I eat it.
That's a wee chicken indeed.
Make sure I got my extra gizzard when I get there too.
Good. You know all the parts. You know leg or breast. I like it.
They are soon call you for sponsor.
Oh my goodness, thank you guys for joining us. It is a fun Friday, we've got to take a break, but when we come back, it's
Ready? Yeah.
Thank you guys.
Thank you.
Yes, thank you.
Thank you.
Like I was mentioning, it's a fun Friday.
It is,
You know, when it comes to the chicken, any pot, I go in with that.
So you eat patitas?
Who?
Patitas?
What's the patita?
Foot.
Me like chicken foot.
You eat stewed patitas?
Yes. Oh my goodness. Who know eat chicken foot, to miss out. All right, I tell you that one of the most best part of the chicken.
So
the
you
liver and
the nails.
the foot. When the foot they're like that. Oh my god.
The nails. Okay.
Chicken foot,
No.
not a nail. Anyways,
You know what? We're not fight today. We're not a fight this morning.
We're going to take a break. When we come back, it's going to be Bent Pin Press.
Yes.
It's a new literary journal publishing an annual print anthology. highlighting the voices of Belizean storytellers. Remember George Makizi? We'll talk about anything there when we come back. We'll be right back.